Hey, it's Rob Lay with 1980s Sports Cards, and we've gotten the mail drop the last 2 weeks, going back April 14th until today, April 27th. So it's a pretty light one, only 3 cards came in. But let's get started. So the 85 Donruss, one of my favorite sets. Roger Clemens, one of my favorite players from the 80s. One of the top cards even back in the 80s to collect. And when any of us kids saw that leaf sign, we just went crazy. I mean, we loved these Donruss cards, but the leaf ones were just few and far between, especially Midwest United States. So this was special. I mean, the O-Pee-Chee and Tiffany ones were special, but there's not as much of an identification with them, where the leaf cards had this very prominent green leaf right on them. So anyway, this was a very, very sought after card. Haven't been able to get my hands on a 10 yet. They're pretty rare. Actually, the population is less than 50 for a PSA 10. But even in the PSA 9 like this one, it's still less than a 500 population. And they're only going for about $100. So, I don't know. Seems like a pretty good deal to me. Next up, in a PSA 10, one of the greatest pitchers, Greg Maddux, in the 87 Flair update. This is not the glossy version, which I have too. And, surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, the populations of both the glossy and this one are about 1,000 each for the PSA 10. And their prices are pretty similar at $100. So another good one to pick up here. And finally, great card. I love these early 80s cards, and especially they're really hard to get in great conditions. This card has a population of only 370 and in a PSA 10, and it is a $500 card now. So thrilled with this card. And, so only 3 cards these last 2 weeks. And I think a lot of it, I've been focusing on some other parts of my collection lately. But a big part is these 80s cards have just jumped in values the last month or two. And like I've said before, unless you're bidding 10 or 20% over the previous comps, you're not winning the auctions. So there's been a lot of auctions I've been losing, even though I think I'm putting competitive bids in. It's just a really hot market right now in the 80s cards. So there we go, and stay tuned. Later this week, I'll have a great video opening some 1980s hanger packs, and my daughter jumps in on it. And so that's going to be a good video to look forward to later this week. Thanks.